I want everyone here, since there's only 300 of you, I'm just gonna assume you are the fucking elite. Everyone else, I'm gonna tell you the truth, guys. Everybody else is a pussy. The other like 200 viewers that I have regularly, they're all a bunch of bitches. They're bitch made, They got gyno, and they're only here for e-girls. They're not smart. They're a bunch of little bitches, right? And they're not the loyal OGs. The other 200 people that are here, they're not actually the elites. So if you're gonna be my fucking 300 Spartans and my fucking elite, I'm gonna tell you to do your fucking homework and commit yourself before anything. Commit yourself to Plato. Commit yourself to mastering Plato, understanding Plato. He is the most important Western thinker ever, probably. Commit yourself to studying and mastering Plato. You need to be able to spit out to me a full understanding of Plato. And I want you to begin. I don't want you to read some dumb, fucking stupid bullshit about Plato. I want you to read what Alain Badiou has to say about Plato. Alain Badiou. Read his readings on Plato. Read Reza Negarestani's writings on Plato. And lectures if you can find them. Or pay for them. Don't read these dumb fucking simplifications. Plato is going to change your fucking life. Plato will change your fucking life. And remember, I am not a fan of Plato. I hate all philosophy. But guess what? I don't hate it, but I'm against all philosophy. But guess what? The only thing that separates you from Reddit is Plato. The one thing that separates you from Reddit is Plato. Plato teaches you that there is one world, one humanity, one common being. Everything in your world you are accountable for as a man. Your whole fucking world you are accountable for as a man. Socrates was literally invented by Plato. All Aristotle was a critic of Plato. That's the only fucking reason he ever existed. Because he was a critic of Plato. That's it. You need to understand that, like, we're not just here as, like, you're not just some Reddit soy guy is just some fucking gyno ugly fat fuck who sits here thinking, I'm just here living in this world. I didn't choose to be born. Disney, Marvel, science. I was born, and there's all these stars. Woo! That's the fucking Redditor, you understand? A Platonic man is born in this world and says, all of this that you see, I am accountable for as a man. The whole weight of the fucking world is on my shoulders. Why do you think we're patriots? Why do you think we're patriots? Why do you think we're patriots? We're accountable for this. The key to patriotic communism is Plato. If you want. It's Plato. He's the reason. It's not fucking Heidegger. It's Plato. You fucking Redditor dumb idiot bitch. We are living in socialism, whether we want to acknowledge it or not. And we're living in fucking socialism because the primary driving force of our economy is social in nature. And it's social in the form of signals and information. Just like what fucking happened with GameStop. And by the way, the whole fucking thing about the psychopathological vice is because when people say, we live in capitalism, this is classical capitalism. They're trying to make money. Trying to make money for what? What do most people want to make money for? Is it just to make more money? No, it's not. Most people want to make money for a reason, right? And that reason is social. Oh, you're just trying to make money. Dude, after the fucking 60s and 70s, the new left, AntiCapitalism, was literally just based on What? The critique of capital. Capitalism, man! Capitalism, man! And the fucking economy already became fucking socialist. Capitalism, man! It's like capitalism, man! It's almost like a conspiracy theory. You know that? Anti-capitalism is in the West is almost like a conspiracy theory. It's almost like they think capitalism is like a conspiracy. Capitalism, man. It's the capitalism. You gotta not be into that capitalism, man. Plato is the most evil man who ever existed. Guess what? That's an accomplishment. Plato was an evil man. He was evil. He was definitely fucking evil. Right? He might even be Satan. The Satan of Abrahamic religions might even be Plato. Who fucking knows? Plato is evil. But guess what? You will never be based until you understand him. You will never be based until you understand him. I can't fucking believe it's that simple. It's literally Plato's the reason I'm not like anyone else. The reason I'm so different is because of Plato. That's why. It's Plato. How I realize it. That's why I don't fuck with Twitter or none of these people. It's a Plato. Now I realize it. What about him was evil? He's a servant of the demiurge. Break out of Plato's cave. Break out of Plato himself. And his way of enslaving the mind. Because that's what he does. He enslaves your mind. Or he makes your mind enslaved to itself. And he forecloses any relationship between the mind and reality. Plato does not allow us to arrive at a relationship to reality as an object of reality. It's everything backwards. Everything backwards. Plato begins with the good, and then after is the melodrama of the fact that the good falls into the earth. Sun falls into the earth. The good becomes a thing. How can the good be a thing? That's not the real good, man. Cope. That's the issue with Plato. He always accounts for everything after the fact. Bap is a fucking idiot. He just jacks off to fucking fantasies. He's a pervert. He's a fucking pervert. And I'll tell you why he's a fucking pervert. Because he imagines what the left would find the most scary, and he just adopts that. But his imagination is a little too fucking limited. He's a pervert. He bases his entire fucking thing on someone else's fantasy. It's the definition of a pervert. He's adopting a leftist fantasy of the right. There's no authentic substance. He just thinks of something. He's like, yo, wouldn't that be edgy? And that's it. It has nothing to do with Plato. I read his shit where he was like, the role of the philosopher was regenerating the elite because the elite became corrupted. He has this fantasy of a pervert incest fantasy because no decadent elite has ever been overthrown by the youth of that elite. Never. It's never happened. In fact, the youth are what come to epitomize that corruption. The reason Socrates was corrupting the youth was because this was the youth, just like in the Chinese Cultural Revolution, that was more representative of those outside the aristocracy. He doesn't understand that it was a class war against the aristocracy and their fucking stupid kids. You think the youth of the aristocracy are these noble warriors? They're a bunch of pussies. That's how it's always been like that in history. Sorry for getting mad, because you shouldn't get emotional or whatever. It's just intellectual shit. But it's stupid. The youth of the aristocracy have always reflected the decadence of their parents. It's always nomads from outside the community, whether from the countryside or whether literal nomads from outside the community that have to come in and rejuvenate a civilization. It's never the fucking snot-nosed fucking offspring of the fucking aristocrats themselves. they're not enough. It's always from the bottom up. That's what happened in the Cultural Revolution too, by the way. In the Cultural Revolution, kids from the countryside came to the cities. The aristocrats in the cities, aka the urban youth, they didn't lead the way. They were actually worse. Are you saying a country boy can survive? Yes. I am indeed saying that.